This topic deals with retirement-related tax issues. When I teach topics related to retirement to my students, I have to get them ready for what's coming. I'm going to do the same for you all. These topics aren't the most interesting. It's a lot of definitions and memorizations of information, phase-outs, and other critical items. But this information is crucial when preparing for the EA exam. One thing to note is that retirement issues in the tax law have special rules. Many themes deal with favorable tax rules created by Congress in order to incentivize taxpayers to save for their retirement. While you go through any retirement rule, keep in mind that in general, a taxpayer of less disposable income will receive more retirement benefits because Congress wants everyone to invest in their retirement, even someone that only makes $25,000 a year in annual wages. The idea is that people need that money just to pay the necessities like food, shelter, clothing, and similar items. In order to encourage this low-income taxpayer to invest in their retirement, there are tax benefits related to contribution to retirement either now or in the future. Similar rules apply to middle-class taxpayers. Once a taxpayer becomes wealthy, these benefits are limited, and that's why there are lots of AGI limitations on these benefits that we'll learn. Keep this all in mind. Let's get into the retirement rules and specifically focus on savings incentive match plans for employees, also known as simple plans. Employers with 100 or fewer employees who received at least $5,000 in compensation from the employer in the preceding year are eligible to adopt a simple retirement plan if they do not maintain another qualified plan. The simple plan must be available to every employee who received at least $5,000 in compensation from the employer during any 2 preceding years and is also reasonably expected to receive at least $5,000 of compensation during the current year. Individuals who are self-employed may also participate in a simple plan. The plan allows employees to make effective contributions of up to $15,500 for 2023 to $19,000 if 50 or older, and requires employers to make matching contributions. A simple plan is not subject to non-discrimination rules or other complex requirements applicable to qualified plans. An employer can choose to cover all employees without restriction, or they can limit the employees covered to those who received at least $5,000 in compensation during any 2 preceding years and who are reasonably expected to receive at least $5,000 in the current year. Simple plans may be structured as an IRA or as a 401k qualified cash or deferred compensation. Contributions to a simple IRA account are limited to employee elective contributions and require employer matching contributions or non-elective contributions. There are 2 formulas for employer matching: the matching contribution formula and the alternative formula. With respect to the matching contribution formula, employers are generally required to match employee contributions on a dollar-for-dollar basis up to 3% of an employee's compensation for the year. However, an employer also may elect to match contributions for all eligible employees for a given year at a rate not less than 1% of each employee's compensation upon notification to the employees. The lower percentage cannot drop below 3% of employee compensation in more than 2 years in a 5-year period ending with that year. Moving on to the alternative formula. An employer may elect to make a non-elective contribution of 2% of compensation for each eligible employee who has earned at least $5,000 in compensation from the employer during the year. Note, however, that only the first $330,000 of compensation is considered. Employees vest immediately in employer simple contribution. Self-employed individuals may participate in a simple plan. An employer may establish a simple plan even if none of its employees wish to participate. Employer contributions are expressed as a percentage of compensation, not as a flat dollar amount. Employers must continue to make contributions even in lean years of at least 1% of employee compensation. An employer must make matching contributions by the due date of the tax return, including extensions. Employers may deduct contributions for the year in which they are made. Matching contributions are deductible for the year only if made by the due date of the tax return, including extensions. Distributions from a simple IRA plan are generally taxed like distributions from an IRA. Distributions can be rolled over tax-free from one simple account to another simple account. Distributions can be rolled over tax-free to an IRA after 2 years. Distributions can be rolled over to a qualified plan after 2 years. To end this discussion, let's go over a few penalties related to simple plans. Withdrawals before age 59.5 are subject to the 10% tax. Withdrawals within the first 2 years are subject to a 25% tax. Distributions from a simple account are includable in a participant's income when withdrawn. An employee's elective contributions will be treated as wages for purposes of employment tax. The employer's matching or non-elective contributions are not wages.